Have you ever felt like your money is slowly disappearing, even though the number in your bank account hasn't changed? You still earn the same salary, your savings still say $1,000, nothing looks different on the screen, and yet somehow, groceries cost more, rent feels heavier, fuel drains your wallet faster, that coffee you bought every morning quietly jumped in price again. It feels like your money is shrinking. But here's the unsettling truth. Your money isn't disappearing, it's losing value. And it's not happening by accident. No hacker stole it, no scammer touched your account, no law was passed overnight. The real reason your $1,000 feels weaker today than it did years ago lies deeper, in a hidden system most people never think about. A system that determines why one currency feels strong, why another collapses, and why the same $1,000 can mean comfort in one country and struggle in another. In this video, we're uncovering the currency secret. You'll learn what actually gives money its value, why currencies rise and fall, who controls that process, and how your purchasing power quietly changes over time. Quick disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only and is designed to explain financial concepts in a simple, practical way. Now let's answer the real question. Is your money losing value? And if so, why? Section 1. What does money losing value really mean? When people say, "My money is losing value," they usually imagine money physically disappearing, but that's not what's happening. Money loses value in a silent way. Value is not about how many dollars you have, it's about what those dollars can buy. If $1,000 bought a month of groceries 10 years ago, but today it only buys 2 weeks, then your money didn't shrink, its purchasing power did. This is the most important concept in personal finance. Money is only as valuable as what it can exchange for, and that value is constantly changing. Section 2. Why $1,000 is not the same everywhere. Here's something strange. $1,000 in one country can feel like wealth. In another, it barely covers basic expenses. Why? Because currencies are relative, not absolute. Money has no universal value. A dollar, euro, yen, or rupee is only worth what people trust it to represent, what the economy behind it produces, how stable its financial system is. This is why $1,000 can rent an apartment in one country, but barely pay a week's rent in another. Currency value is not about numbers, it's about confidence. Section 3. What actually gives money value? Unlike gold or oil, modern money has no physical backing. A $100 bill isn't redeemable for gold. It's not backed by silver. It's not guaranteed by land or assets. So why does it work? Because of 3 pillars. 1. Trust. People accept money because they believe others will accept it too. 2. Government power. Taxes must be paid in the national currency, forcing demand. 3. Economic productivity. Strong economies create goods, services, and innovation, supporting the currency. When one of these pillars weakens, currency value falls. Section 4. Inflation, the silent currency killer. Inflation doesn't mean prices are rising, it means money is buying less. When inflation is high, your savings lose purchasing power. Cash becomes weaker every year. Fixed incomes suffer the most. This is why $100 today feels smaller than $100 10 years ago, and why saving money without growth can be risky. Inflation is not loud. It doesn't announce itself. It quietly erodes value, day by day. Section 5. Who controls your currency's value? This is where things get serious. Currency value is not controlled by markets alone. It's heavily influenced by central banks. Central banks decide how much money exists, how cheap or expensive borrowing is, whether inflation accelerates or slows. When central banks lower interest rates, money becomes cheaper. Print more money, supply increases. Signal easy policies, currency weakens. When they do the opposite, raise rates, reduce money supply, tighten financial conditions, currencies strengthen. Your money's value is tied to decisions made in rooms you will never enter. Section 6. Why strong currencies hurt and help. A strong currency sounds good, and sometimes it is. Pros: imports become cheaper, foreign travel costs less, inflation slows. But there's a downside. A strong currency hurts exporters, makes domestic goods expensive globally, and can slow economic growth. This is why some countries don't want a strong currency. They prefer controlled weakness to boost exports and jobs. Currency strength is a balancing act, not a simple win. Section 7. Why weak currencies collapse. When currencies lose trust, collapse accelerates. Common triggers: excessive money printing, political instability, massive debt, loss of foreign confidence. Once trust breaks, prices spike, savings evaporate, people rush to hard assets or foreign currencies. History shows this pattern repeatedly. Currency collapse doesn't happen overnight, it happens gradually, then suddenly. Section 8. Why savings alone are not enough. Many people believe, if I save money, I'm safe. But cash savings face a hidden risk. If your savings grow at 1% and inflation runs at 5%, you are losing value every year. This is why long-term wealth requires growth. Assets exist to protect purchasing power. Understanding money is essential. Saving protects money. Investing protects value. Section 9. The psychological side of money value. Money is not just economics, it's psychology. When people believe a currency is weak, they spend it faster. They hoard assets. Inflation accelerates. When people believe a currency is strong, they save, they invest, stability improves. Belief itself becomes reality. This is why confidence matters more than numbers. Section 10. Why time is the enemy of cash. There's one force that quietly works against your money every single day: time. Cash does not age well. If you leave money untouched, it doesn't grow stronger, it grows weaker. Not because it's broken, but because the world around it keeps moving. New technology, new businesses, new prices, new expectations. Your money stays still while everything else advances. That's why money feels heavier when you earn it and lighter when you spend it years later. Time doesn't destroy money directly, it exposes money that isn't moving. Section 11. Why doing nothing is still a decision. Many people believe that avoiding financial decisions is the safest option. They say, I'm not investing, I'm not taking risks, I'll just hold cash. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Doing nothing is still a decision. It's a decision to accept inflation. It's a decision to lose purchasing power slowly. It's a decision to let external forces decide for you. You may not see the loss, you may not feel it immediately, but it compounds quietly. Not making a choice doesn't freeze the system, it just removes you from control. Section 12. Why governments prefer mild inflation. This might sound strange, but governments don't aim for zero inflation. They aim for controlled inflation. Why? Because inflation helps reduce debt. When money loses value, old debts become easier to repay. A loan taken 10 years ago feels smaller today. Governments benefit from this effect. Zero inflation makes debt heavy. Deflation makes it crushing. This is why most central banks target around 2% inflation, enough to keep money moving, not enough to cause panic. At least, that's the theory. Section 13. When inflation turns from tool to threat. Inflation only works when trust remains intact. Once people believe prices will keep rising, they rush to spend, they stop saving, they demand higher wages, they raise prices faster. Inflation feeds itself. This is when central banks lose control, and restoring trust becomes painful. Interest rates spike, economies slow, unemployment rises. Inflation is easy to create, very hard to stop. Section 14. Why currency crises spread so fast. Currency problems rarely stay local because money is global. When one country struggles, investors pull out, currencies weaken, imports get expensive. That pressure spills over. Neighboring economies feel stress, trade partners suffer, debt markets react. This is why currency headlines move markets worldwide. Money travels faster than people, faster than goods, faster than governments can react. Section 15. The difference between price and value. Here's a subtle but powerful distinction. Price is what you pay. Value is what you receive. Inflation changes prices. Currency changes affect value. You may still afford something, but receive less for the same effort. Smaller portions, lower quality, delayed upgrades. The moment you understand how money truly works, you stop being confused and start being prepared. If this video helped you see money differently, like the video, subscribe, and stay curious. Because in a world of changing currencies, knowledge is the strongest asset you own. Thanks for watching.